incredible video. Thank you so much, guys, for being here tonight. Today is a very, very special day. I'm extremely grateful for every single one of you. If that video didn't get you guys hyped, like that's crazy. You know, that video they spoke about real stuff, man. You know, failure is definitely what pushes you forward. But that's a little bit of motivation to set the fire, to set the flame. Guys, I'm super, super excited. Today is January 15th, 2020. We're here on a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday evening, about to get some knowledge, about to take it to the next level, right? And guys, this is what we're doing. You know, today I was studying a lot on what I was going to speak about, you know, and I actually picked out what I was going to, study for this week already. Like all the days are planned out and stuff. But today I'm gonna go in depth of the self-confidence formula. Right, I'm gonna go in depth on the self-confidence formula because it's super critical. Like, yo, I remember I used to just read the formula, right? Think and Grow Rich, classic text edition, complete text edition, page 59. You know, the self-confidence formula is not only a guide, it's not only a guide, but they give you the guidelines to reach the success you want to accumulate. It doesn't necessarily have to be financial success. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical success. It could be any kind of success because you're thinking about it and you're growing rich in the meantime, right? So the self-confidence formula is divided into 5 separate parts, right? If you guys have your pen and paper, you guys definitely want to get this down. You know, if you guys haven't read Think and Grow Rich, I definitely recommend you guys to pick that up. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Pick that up, guys. Get your pen and papers ready because this is what's going to take us to the next level. You know, 2020, we're here, guys. So self-confidence formula, right? Understanding that the first part of this formula says, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent and continuous action towards its attainment, and I here now promise to render such action. Powerful stuff, right? So, with number 1 in the self-confidence formula, you guys understand that you guys have the knowledge to attain your definite purpose in life. We have that. You have that knowledge. Now, it's well said that knowledge is power. But I've always disagreed with this statement because unless you apply that knowledge to something, having unlimited knowledge without being used is worthless. Therefore, applied knowledge is power. Once you apply it, once you put these things into gear, once you say, okay, I have this beautiful skill set, I'm going to transform it now into something greater, right? Applied knowledge is power, guys. So understand that the things you guys have to do to really get number 1 down is be persistent, right? Persistent action, you know, continuous action. Give continuous action and promise yourself here and now that you will do this, right? So understanding that here and now, this is the here and now. This is when you're doing it. You're not waiting for tomorrow. You're not waiting for, next week. You're doing it now. This is what you have waited for, right? So that's number 1, guys. Understand that number two goes like this. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves into outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a mental picture of that person. Wow, guys. So number 2 really gets to show us what the power of the mind has, right? The power of the mind, it's incredible because these are some of the things, guys, these are some of the things that we have within us. So your dominating thoughts, your will, right? Your dominating thoughts will reproduce themselves. They will reproduce themselves into physical reality. What are your dominating thoughts? What are you thinking about consistently? What are you feeding your mind? What is going into your system, right? Because understand that what goes inside you, it's what becomes you, right? So what goes inside, what must you master? Master the art of concentrating your thoughts to create an incredible, powerful image of yourself. This, this part of the formula says that you will create that version of yourself, right? Understand that, guys, that once you master that art, once you master the art of knowing how to have that definite chief aim, knowing how to have that vision, that's going to set you apart from everybody. Not everybody knows this, guys. Not everybody knows this. And this is some powerful stuff right here. So we're going to proceed, guys. This is crazy because every single day I read this formula, and it's very, very emotional because it's the way you do it, guys. It's the way you're doing these things. The way you're understanding how you're doing it is the way it's going to come out. So number 3, right? I know through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. So, autosuggestion, guys. Autosuggestion is basically the affirmations that you speak into yourself. What are you telling yourself again? What you think about is what you become, but what you speak also has a huge role on what the person that you become, right? It has a huge role on everything that you do. It has a huge role on the individual that you're creating yourself to be every single day. So when you're doing your affirmations in the morning, how are you doing them, right? You can tell yourself, I am great, I am incredible, I am limitless, I am intelligent, but the feelings backed up, how are you feeling when you're speaking that into existence, right? When you are affirming these things, you must be consistent with them, or else you're not going to see consistency. When you're seeing these things, guys, you have to have a heart full of love. The other day, I spoke about how to shift into a different feeling. So shift yourself. This is why it's important to meditate and then speak your affirmations, right? It's important to shift. It's important to shift everything. Take out the negativity, because we all have positives and negatives. We're not perfect. So get into a positive mindset. Get into the mindset of taking it to the next level. Get into the mindset of completing that. Get into the eagle's mindset, right? Fill your heart with love, and now speak these affirmations differently, guys, because when you do it like that, it's not going to be lazy. It's not going to be diluted. It's going to be authentic, organic, and it's going to take you to the next level, guys. Like, once I started speaking things into existence, backed up by feelings of love, backed up by feelings of harmony, these things in my life, the things that I wanted, they saw themselves. I seeked them, and they became physical action. They became physical reality. So that's my advice to you guys. Understand that number 3 is very, very powerful. Affirmations themselves are powerful, right? So moving on to number 4, the fourth part of this formula, really, really powerful stuff right here. And, I will never get tired of teaching the formula, because this formula, guys, like, I can't stress how powerful it is, right? So number 4 says, I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life, and I will never stop trying until I shall have developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Guys, let me read that one more time, because you guys need to understand this. I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life, and I will never stop trying until I shall have developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. That's insane, guys. Wow. So what does that tell you? Guys, you guys need to write a definite chief aim. One of the most important things when you come to the realization is the day that you find out why you were born. That day is going to be completely different. And a lot of people might say, okay, but I don't know my definite chief aim. I don't know what I was made for. We do know. the things that we love, the things that most stand out to us, the things that you enjoy doing most. Well, how do you prefer to spend your days? What productive thing do you enjoy, right? So think about it. Think about it. If you haven't wrote your definite chief aim in life, write it down and don't hesitate. You can definitely always upgrade it, but write it down and write it down as soon as possible. If you have to write it down right now, do it, guys. If you have to do it after this call, do it, because once you write this, this is going to set a quantum leap into your life. This is going to set a different type of consistency. This is going to set a different element into your life. Now you're doing something different. You're going to see a different result now. Now you're writing this down. When you're writing this formula down, write it down by emotions of love. Now, shout out to my boy Neno. He's here. But something he always says is write in blue ink. Write in blue ink, because that definitely helps the vibrations, the positive energy that comes from blue ink, it helps a lot. And something I always say is when you're writing your things down, when your notes or whatever, you always want to read them. And once you're reading them, guys, feel your notes, feel them. Like for real, like it might seem a little bit out of line, but feel your notes so that you can be in tune with them. You can become one with them. Become one with the universe, guys, and you guys will have anything you desire. That's facts, So understanding that once you write your definite chief aim in life, once you know what you were made for, things are going to change, right? Like, for example, my definite chief aim is to help others reach success while reaching success in myself, inducing others to reach that maximum success, to reach the maximum version of myself, to help my family, become financially independent. Not just my family, but my generations. It's a huge paragraph. I have things that my kids that are going to come in the future, my future wife. Guys, these are all things, my future home, blessings upon blessings upon blessings that you just need to continue, Samantha says, I love that. Yeah, man, feel your notes, because that's different. You guys want to be different. You guys want to do things that are not ordinary. You guys want to definitely be outstanding. You guys are in a Starbucks and somebody sees you feeling your notes. You're closing your eyes and you feel your notes. They're gonna be like, yo, like that's not normal. That's different. So feel your notes, guys, because that's very powerful. One day I was writing my affirmations and I decided to feel them. I decided to get personal with them because, guys, you guys are always in a relationship with yourself. You got to get better with yourself, right? So that's something that really stood out to me. And without further ado, guys, number 5, probably one of the most powerful things you're going to read in your entire life, in the entire book, Think and Grow Rich. Number 5, it has shown me a different path. Number 5 has shown me that without this, guys, you cannot reach success for a very long time. Without this part of the formula, it's not possible, guys. So number 5 goes like this. 5th, I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. That's just the first sentence, but I got to pause real quick because that first sentence, guys, that first sentence basically is telling me if my goal, right, if my goal is to reach chairman this year, and I do it by cheating, if I do it by cross-recruiting, if I do it by selling a lie, if I do it by unauthentic methods, I will get it. But will it long endure? Right? Life is about longevity. It's about doing things right. Will I get it and will it long endure? That rank is going to disappear. That rank is going to disappear, guys, because anything you do in life, if you're working out, but if you're eating like crap, if you're not taking yourself serious, if you're not doing what you have to do, if you're skipping days, critical days, months, you're creating these negative habits, and then you're getting to places without truth and justice. It's not going to long endure, guys. It's just not. So understand that it says, I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me. Listen to this. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. This is good. Look, I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism. How? By developing love for all humanity. Because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. It says, I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it out loud once a day with full faith. Keyword, with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so that I will become a self-reliant and successful person. Guys, this is that sauce, guys. This is that book. Guys, look, once I read that for the first time, I actually heard David Imanitia speaking about the self-confidence formula, and I was like, yo, what is the secret formula? You guys watch SpongeBob, you've seen Plankton always trying to steal the secret formula. This is that secret formula to life. So I saw David Imanitia, of Chairman 500 in our organization, speaking about this, and I'm like, wow, that really stood out to me. I knew about Think and Grow Rich for a very long time, but last year when I finished reading it, that was when I really, when I first saw how powerful it was, when I was ready to read that book, when I saw the power behind that book, I was like, yo, I can't afford to play any more games. I need to take it to the next level so that I can understand the power and everything that this book has for me, right? So let me break down number 5 real quick for you guys, because the things that I got from number 5 were that no wealth or position will long endure unless it is built upon truth and justice. Truth and justice, right? Example that I gave, if you're not honest, guys, if you're not honest with the success that you create, if you're not honest with the position you gain, it's not going to long endure. It could endure as many, it could endure a month, a year, but think about it, guys. You didn't build that on a solid foundation, right? So what tends to happen is that as you are in this place of injustice, of lies, what's going to happen is you're going to keep building up and building and building and building. Eventually, that weak foundation is not going to be able to handle it because it was built on something that was a lie. It was built on something that is not authentic, right? So that foundation is going to crumble. That foundation is going to disappear. That foundation, guys, is not going to be there anymore, right? So build whatever you have to build upon truth and justice. Don't ever take the shortcut. Don't ever take the easy way, because that's very dangerous when you take the shortcut, when you take the easy way. I've been presented to many, many opportunities to get things that I have desired through non-legal ways. So now me applying these things to my life, I think about it. I'm like, yo, sometimes we are put through things, you may speak about it, you may think about it, you may know it's the right thing to do, but sometimes you're not even doing them, right? Sometimes you know yourself that you have to do this a specific way or else it's not going to work. And then you're questioning yourself as to why it didn't work when you finished the task, right? These are powerful things that through transparency and through authenticity, I learned that that's the only way, guys. Authenticity, consistency, justice. Have those things in your life, because once you have those things in your life, you're going to level up. And that's a promise. It's a fundamental fact. So number 5 also spoke about inducing others to serve you, right? Because you will serve them. So what does the word induce mean? Induce simply means attracting the positivity to yourself. Now, I'm a servant leader. I consider myself one of the best leaders in the world, right? And these are facts. Anything I lead in, I lead by example. Anything I lead in, I lead with love. I lead with harmony. These are important things that you guys are going to read in Think and Grow Rich. So love, harmony, and truth and justice, right? So by leading like this, you're now creating new leaders to lead the same way you're leading, right? So inducing others by teaching them by example, inducing others to do these things, inducing others to learn from you, have people look up to you so that now you can help them and they can help you. That's the best thing ever, man. So you're gonna find a point in time where if you do everything by yourself, it's cool and everything, but guys, you can't do everything by yourself. Guys need to induce the positivity, the help of others by giving that to them. You guys have heard it all your life. What you give is what you receive. That's one of the laws of the universe. Like it just does not lie. So that's a truth. Um, Another thing we got from from the fifth part of the formula was that through love for all humanity, we will eliminate hate, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism. Right? These five things are critical, and you might hate something, even in your vocabulary when you say it, and this is so common, sometimes you say, oh, I hate the weather today. Like that's big. That's big. You cannot have these words in your vocabulary because look, what you speak about, guys, like I said, what you speak about is what becomes in your vocabulary now. What you speak about is what comes into your life. So speak the right things into existence and the right things will come into your life. You can't say, oh, he didn't work hard for that rank. Oh, he didn't work hard for that house. He didn't work hard for that $1 million check. That's envy. Yo, like you gotta be grateful. You gotta celebrate that. You gotta celebrate that and say, yo, I can't wait till that's me, But of course, applaud them because they got it, And it might not be up to your knowledge to know if that person got it through truth and justice or not, but the fact is that they did get it. So now, with no feelings of envy, with full feelings of love, you're now showing your support. You're not showing your gratitude towards that person. So what happens when you show your gratitude towards that person? Yo, the universe, God is going to reward you in abundance. See, that's the thing about God. God rewards you in abundance. God doesn't play that. If you're doing something, if you're working hard, it's difficult to be honest. It's easy to lie. Truth hurts. The truth is tough. Some people like to take the easy road. There are not a lot of people like us that like to grind. A lot of people don't like to dig for dirt. People just like to take the easy way, the shortcuts. But what they end up missing is the nuggets in the long run, right? They think that the shorter the destination or the shorter the path, the better the destination is going to be, but they got it all wrong. It's about what you pick up in the road. What are you picking up? What did you learn? All right? What did you learn today? How did this experience teach you something new? These are all things that we have to do and have the fundamental feeling of love backed up by it, right? Destroying jealousy, cynicism, hate, jealousy and envy, kind of like the same thing. Just don't be jealous because being jealous, that's dead ass trash. Like, work for your own stuff. Don't hate on nobody because they got what you want. That should push you to work harder towards it. Now, I know that it's easy, right? Sometimes around our environment, we're not always raised like that. Sometimes we're not raised to have that heart of desire, that heart of gratitude. So that's why we have to teach it to ourselves. They say the way you were raised has a lot to do with it, but that has a lot of truth behind it. But guys, we all have something that nobody can take away from us, and unless we give it away, that's free will. It's free will, guys. So we have the will to change ourselves. We have the will to do whatever we want. We have the will to take our life to the next level. We have the will to go in any direction we want. But yes, sometimes we choose to stay in the same chapter while life is moving on, right? Things don't work like that, guys. We need to evolve. If you're the same person you were, right now I'm 23 years old. If I'm the same person I was when 2010, a decade ago, right? I was 13. That would have been a problem. If I was the same person when I was 17, 18, 20 years old, right now that would have been a problem. the things that I have manifested, the things that I have accomplished, they would not have come into fruition if I had been the same person I was a few years ago. This is why we consistently grow, 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 grow. We feed ourselves with new knowledge every single day. That's why it's so important to read. You know, these successful guys, these millionaires, they're always saying read every single day. And until I started applying that to myself, I didn't understand why they were like read every single day. I didn't understand why they were so hard on that. But the power of reading, guys, the power of reading is so incredible. You know, I'm on my second book completed for 2020. Second book. I just finished As a Man Thinketh. It's a very short book, very skinny book, but the pages, they're pretty, you know, they have a lot of words in them. Really good book. It's very similar to Think and Grow Rich, yet different. It's more concentrated on the man's mindset, but that's not what we're speaking about today. You know, so guys, build that truth, build that justice. Destroy all these negative emotions and back them up by love. Love for all humanity. You know, understand that everything you wrote down today, the things I spoke about, guys, these things, if you put them into action, if you apply them to your life, you guys are going to see a beautiful amount of change. You guys are going to see a beautiful amount of success. This is a promise, guys. This is a promise because let me tell you guys something. It's not always going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, you know, because the road that we're taking, you know, the road of, for me personally, entrepreneurship, you know, being your own boss, it's not easy, guys. It's really not. It's really, really not. So we have to remember, guys, that we need to be strong. We need to have courage. We cannot be afraid. You know, we cannot be discouraged. You know, when moments like that come, when moments of fear come, when moments of discouragement comes, this is the most important time to go back into your definite chief aim. You write that down. You keep it somewhere where you can see it, right? Every single day. You read it, right? You're reading it. You put yourself in that mindset where you say, yo, I know I'm not feeling my 100% today, but you got to remember, like in the four agreements, it says your best will change from time to time. Your best when you are sick is different from your best when you are healthy. Give it your 100% because that's what's really going to change you. That's what's really going to set the mood. That's what's really going to set the plans into action. So have that courage, guys. Have that desire. Have that persistence because God has us. You know, He will not let us go for as long as we have faith, full faith. We're good, guys. You know, faith is the fundamental thing that keeps us going. Faith is knowing that I'm going to be able to take this next breath of air and be happy. You know, that's faith right there. Just how I took that breath of fresh air, that's how you guys have to, that's how we all, because even me, that's how we all have to see the goals that we have for ourselves. That's how we all have to see the desires we have for ourselves. Guys, once we learn this secret, once we learn how to put this into play, our life will completely change for the better. I just want to say thank you so much for you guys. I'm extremely grateful for every single one of you. I love every single one of you guys. And, you know, I don't have to know every single one of you, but that doesn't mean I don't love you guys. You know, like I'm over here, I'm spitting my heart out because I know that you guys are here for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences. I know that the value that's going into this, you know, it might be 5 of us now. It might be 7, 10 of us, but think about the long run. Think about the future. Think about how everything is going to grow. Think about how the success of my consistency with you guys is going to shape the future. It's going to shape the present, even now. Everything we're doing now, guys, everything we are accomplishing, everything we are creating, these are all seeds we're creating at the beginning of this decade. Just like this, I want every single one of you guys to start doing something that makes you uncomfortable. Do a new habit. Do something that sets a different tone in your life. Do something that you've never done before. Even something so simple as walking a different way home, right? Just be careful if it's too late, but walk home different. Don't drive without the GPS. Train yourself to learn something new every single day. You know, love life and laugh at life. When you fail, guys, I want you guys to say, instead of yo, damn, and cursing yourself and your words, I want you guys to say, I am so grateful that I have moved forward. I am so grateful that through this failure, I have moved one step closer to the finish line, right? Um, because failure, I believe it stands for FAIL, first attempt in learning, something like that. First attempt in learning. Um, but we're gonna fail continuously. Frequent attempts in learning. I don't know. We're gonna continuously grow, and we're gonna continuously take our lives to the next level. So I want to see all of you guys in the top. I know that these calls are doing a massive, massive, massive impact on every single one of you lives. It's doing a massive impact in my life personally. It has been able to shift me into a different momentum. And before we end this call, guys, I want to do a quick prayer. And after I do this prayer, I'm gonna unmute the lines just in case if you guys wanna share anything, any positive experiences. I'm definitely all ears to hear those. So thank you so much, God, for this incredible, incredible call today. Lord, allow us to take the self-confidence formula, apply it to life, and learn from this, God. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here in harmony and love, allowing us to reach quantum leaps of success in 2020. Thank you, because all of our positive goals, all of our aspirations, they're already done. Thank you for allowing us to have free will, allowing us to continue going forward, to strive every single day, and to not give up. We're grateful for you, God. We're fearful. We love you. In the powerful name of Jesus, amen. So thank you, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let me see. Amen, amen, amen. My best supporter. If you guys have anything to say, if you guys want to share a story, go right ahead. If not, it's cool.